I stumbled upon an old book in the dusty corner of my grandfather's attic, its binding cracked and pages yellow with age. The cover depicted a striking sigil, radiating an unsettling energy that sent shivers down my spine. As I flipped through the pages, the air around me grew heavy, wrapping me in an oppressive silence, the kind that scratches at the edge of your sanity. This wasn't just an old tome. It was filled with incantations, rituals, and tales of dark sorcery. I never believed in witchcraft, thinking those tales were just remnants of a superstitious past, stories meant to scare children into behaving. But the deeper I went into the book, the more I felt the pull of its malevolent power. On a lark, I decided to try one of the simpler rituals. Just a few candlelit words, an invitation whispered to whatever might be lurking in the shadows. My heart raced, the thrill of the unknown sending a jolt through me. But the atmosphere shifted. The flickering flames began to waver as if caught in a draft, and I swear I heard my name called in a distant whisper. Eager to impress my friends, I told them about my discovery, about my rituals. They laughed, dismissing my growing worries as overactive imagination. But that night, the shadows were thicker and the whispers were louder. The following week, a feeling of dread settled over my house like a fog. I lost my job and my friendships began to unravel. Paranoia clawed in my mind, whispers echoing louder each night, promises of power if only I embraced it fully. One evening, I returned home to find the book on my coffee table, open to a page depicting an unsettling ritual. Images danced in my mind as I wondered if I had summoned something far beyond my control. I had awakened an ancient presence, and was no longer content to remain a whisper in the dark. The last thing I remember before falling asleep that night was a cold breath against my ear, echoing a sinister chant. And then the house fell silent. What I found next would change everything I knew about the realm between life and death.